Hello, and welcome to Reiki and Healing with Rob. I'm Rob, and today I'll be taking you through a brief EFT tapping sequence to release you from guilt. Guilt is one of the major killers of mood, motivation, of getting things done, because we have this unnecessary guilt that we hold on to that keeps us stuck, that keeps us holding back, because we feel bad about something that we've done. What we need to realize is that we were doing what we thought was best in that situation. Even if we knew what the outcome was going to be, it was still the best choice to us. And what's done is done, and while we learn from the situation, there's no use holding on to those old negative thoughts that keep us stuck, keep us held back. So when you're ready, just start tapping on the side there, and I 100% release all the guilt trapped within my system. I release the fact of what I did or what I have done and come to peace with that. I take the learnings from what is causing this guilt and will know to act better in the future. And just by knowing that, I no longer need to feel guilty that I may make the same mistake or make the same choice. Meaning that I have learnt from that situation, so there is no longer any reason to feel guilty about it. And I release all the guilt that others may be putting upon me for that choice, knowing that that is their feelings, and I no longer need to feel that. I commit to my learning, and so I know that I can move past this. I refuse to carry any guilt from this present life. I am guilt-free. And I have no reason to feel guilt. I have no reason to feel guilty. I allow myself to be free from guilt. And it's okay to have my opinion and my stance on what I did. And putting myself first is okay. I don't need to feel guilty about treating myself or doing things for myself before doing them for others. Because if I can't look after me, then how can I look after others? And it's okay to say no to things. I no longer need to feel guilty about not doing what others expect. Because if I give so much of myself, what is left? I will apply myself when I can, and maybe it's just not the right time. And that is okay as well. And I'll let people know that that's fine for me. I won't let my guilt affect my confidence. I no longer allow guilt to affect how I act. And I'm free to express myself without feeling guilty. And I no longer feel guilty about the things that I haven't done, about the opportunities that I let slip. And by releasing this guilt, it allows me to do so much more. Not so much to make up for it, but to create new opportunities, to do new things, without this guilt holding me back. It's easy for me to do things now that I am guilt-free. And not to mix guilt with grief. I am allowed to grieve and not feel guilty about that. I can grieve those situations that have passed, those people that have passed, and that is fine. I don't need to feel guilty about how I'm feeling. And I release all guilt associated with other people. I release all guilt associated with missed opportunities and things I haven't done. I release all guilt with things that I have done. And I just release all guilt. And I allow others to do the same. Because as I don't feel guilty, I won't make others feel guilty. Because that would be hypocritical, and not that I feel guilty about it, but it's just not what I do. And by feeling less guilt, I can take more time for myself, really plan and feel what the next step is, so that I can live my life the way that I want to and do what I want to. I am no longer driven by guilt. I'm no longer driven by any negative thoughts or feelings. I allow myself to be the best version of myself coming from the more positive, empowering thoughts. And those positive emotions driving me forward, creating better opportunities and better responses in the future. So that I never have to feel guilty again. Because the less that I feel guilty, the more that I can do, and the more that I can do, the less I have to feel guilty about. And even those times where I may have been deceptive, I release the guilt from that too. Taking those lessons. Planning to never deliberately hurt anybody ever again. Because I know that there is enough for everyone. There are enough opportunities, enough money, so I never need to feel guilty about taking what I want, what is right for me. As long as everybody wins. Because acting in accordance with my highest values is the way I want to live. And releasing the guilt from that allows me to do that and create so much more. And I know that if I start to feel guilty, that isn't the right choice. If even thinking about doing that thing makes me feel guilty, I know that there must be another way. Another way to accomplish what I want without having to go down that guilt. Without having to experience that guilt. And without having to hurt anybody else or have their guilt projected on me. Because I am the master of my life and I love myself in a non-egotistical way, which then spreads that love onto other people, allowing them to feel that love as well, never deliberately causing any harm, but always looking for the best option. And sometimes that best option is to do nothing. And there's no need to feel guilty about that. And I allow life to show me what a guilt-free lifestyle will give me. What I will have, what I will become. What the people around me will do, react, and be like. And just how empowering that is. I love my guilt-free life. I love letting go of all that old guilt that was holding me back. And I love life. So I hope that has helped. I try to cover all bases there where guilt may be present, whether it's from doing an action, from not doing an action, from maybe deliberately doing something that you thought was the best option at the time. Now that you've learned from that, and take those learnings and apply those learnings in life, you don't need to feel guilty. As long as you're not out there deliberately trying to hurt or scam someone in some way, what would you need to feel guilty about? You learn the lesson, you apply the lesson, you don't do those old behaviors anymore, and you don't need to feel guilty about it. It means you can do more, have more, to be able to create more. Not so much to make up for it, because we're not driven by the guilt. We're driven by just the opportunity to do better, to give more, to create more for other people as well. But anyway, guys, if you feel I've missed something, leave a comment down below so someone else might be able to take that as well and heal from that. Remember, with EFT, you need to be specific for you. So while this is a nice general statement to clear that, what comes up afterwards is something else that you need to tap on. But by all means, keep rewatching this video, keep tapping on these guilt affirmations to free yourself even further, to allow that stuff to come up. Because once you get to the root cause and once you hit that, everything changes. But anyway, guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. How did this help you? What could have been better? Leave a comment down below. As always, I'm Rob, and you're watching Reiki and Healing with Rob, and I'll see you in the next video.